Hi, Jim Conner. We're back here at the Aruba event for When She Speaks and Career Agility. I'm with Aimee Catalano from Pure Storage. Pure Storage is a very successful company here in the Bay Area, Silicon Valley, for that matter. Just went public last October. Congratulations on that. So you're a part of the program today. What are some of the insights, you as a woman who's in a company that's been there for a while, you've got an officer role here. I believe you are the Vice President Partner of Integrated Marketing.
Yeah.
What is some of the advice you might give women who are in the beginning or mid-stage of their career?
Sure. So for me personally, I've worked in really large companies starting at IBM and quickly learned that all kinds of experiences really help round out development and kind of where you want to go next. So I think that the biggest opportunity that everyone has is, especially based on where you live, you might have a whole breadth of opportunities from startup to large company to mid-sized company, and just to be bold, right? I think sometimes career opportunities come your way that you might not be expecting or looking for, but just really evaluate it. And I think a big part of it is knowing what you really care about, like your passion areas, and figuring out if that new move might potentially get there. So one example, like at one point I ended up going to an 11-person startup, which I never thought I would do, but just the breadth and scope of what you learn in that environment really helped to the next role, which at a much bigger company.
When you went to that 11-person startup,
Yes.
What led you? Were you unhappy with your current job or maybe a little bored with it and you wanted the excitement, or was it just an exciting offer? And how long did it last?
Great question. So yeah, I think a lot of it is about relationships. So for me, what happens is you build the relationship in one company, and those people then move on, and they like to bring top talent with them. So as much as you can kind of foster those relationships in your current role, you'd be surprised on how that carries through in future roles. So I ended up following somebody who said, you have to try this thing, it's amazing. And it ended up proving to be really a great ride. Yeah.
So now at Pure Storage,
Yes.
you're the partner of integrated marketing. What does integrated marketing mean or involve?
Sure, great question. So what we're trying to do is do fewer but much more high impact programs for go-to-market. And so what we do is we build global campaign strategy, really starting at like what the buyer persona is in mind, and then making sure all of the channels go and address that. So through our PR, social media, all of the kind of awareness programs, all the way through to what we do around deal acceleration through our field and through our channel, and then the customer advocacy. And so for us, it's just keeping that buyer persona in mind and having that same consistent story that reinforces itself throughout all of these different touch points.
So I'm going to give you a scenario because you're so broad in this experience and so deep in it. A woman is at she's been in a startup for a while. It's not going anywhere. How does she get connected and get going? How does she advance that effort?
Sure. So I'm a real big advocate for networking groups such as Fountain Blue, right? So it's really all about understanding what type of environment you feel is best. So sometimes there's companies who have a really aggressive culture and that's maybe the way you thrive. And there's some companies that I call like a nice culture where it's just all about teamwork and collaboration. And so really getting to know people and asking them like what's the culture like in this company? What's the culture like in that company? And then finding the right match that way. And then making the connections through things like networking events and those types of activities.
Great. Well, Aimee, thanks so much.
Yeah.
We've got a time limit on how much we could talk. Otherwise, we could go on for 20 minutes very easily. I appreciate it. Look forward to keeping in touch with you and hope to see you at the event later today.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.